the end of the year approaches, what build have you guys used so far in NBA 2K22, and what build is the most appealing to you guys, right? From all these glitch builds to all these regular builds, let me know in the comments below what you guys have been using and which one has been the best for you guys. Alright, so as you guys saw in the title of this video and the thumbnail, I'll be showing you guys, in my opinion, which are the best top 3 builds in NBA 2K22 this entire year. And guys, listen, this is my opinion. Like I said, you don't have to agree, you know, whatever the case may be. This is just my opinion because of the versatility of these builds, right? So guys, let's get straight into the video. I'm not even gonna waste you guys' time anymore. Let's take a look at it. But before we do that, actually, make sure you hit that sub button and make sure, you know, you run it up on the likes, because we trying to grow out here, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. All right, so the first build I'm gonna go with is the 5'10" point guard. Some people have used the 5'8", the 5'10", 5'11", but anything below 6 feet is it has been the typical point guard that has dominated the game in pro-am, in rec, and even in park. Guys, I know what you guys are thinking, like, what? 5-foot build? How is that even possible? Listen, 2K22 this year has made it possible. Certain people have made it possible. I've made it possible. So I'm telling y'all what it is. But look, guys, there's no specific order to these builds that I'm giving you guys. These are just my top 3 in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look at this 5'10" build, this 5-footer. So, you know, you got a driving dunk of a 74. All you really need is a 74 driving dunk to get limitless on silver. Trust me, this build shoots so well that you don't even need a high dunk rating. You can still finish with this build. Trust me, I personally use this build. And of course, you know, the 99 3 balls, so you could get all the Hall of Fame shooting badges. The only one that you don't get Hall of Fame is difficult shots, which you don't really use. Then move over to pass accuracy. You need that Hall of Fame bullet passer if you're playing in a pro-am. If you're just a park player, gold is okay, but try to get a Hall of Fame, trust me. Then speed with ball, you have a 95 speed with ball. This build is extremely fast. I'm trying to tell you guys, this build is overpowered in offense. And, you know, moving over to the defensive side, he's not as solid in the defense, but he can still get the job done. Trust me, he can still get the job done because, like I said, I use this build personally, and I can get the job done with just an 86 perimeter defense and a 90 steal. Trust me, guys. Look, I wouldn't be lying to you guys and telling you guys this is one of the top 3 builds in the game if it wasn't true. All right. So the block, obviously, you don't have a block, you don't have rebounding. Now the physicals right here: speed, acceleration. The speed, you have a 90 speed. This doesn't control anything with the ball in your hand. This is just when you're moving without the ball in your hand. So the majority of the time, obviously, this build is going to have the ball in his hand. So I decided that it's important to have the acceleration at a 95. So this makes his build even faster, along with the speed with ball that he has, which is a 95. So the vertical, obviously, you don't need a high vert. You're not going to block any shots. You don't even have blocks attributes, and obviously you're not going to dunk on anyone with a 74 driving dunk. And then the stamina, I put it at a 95 with this build because it is extremely important to have the 95 stamina because you know, doing a lot of movement with this build. So that's the 5-footer right there. Let's move on to the next build. All right, so the next build on my list is the 6'7" glitch build. This build right here, it has been absolutely crazy. You can make this build in so many different ways. You could either make him a lock type of build, or you can make an offensive type of point guard, which can also play somewhat of defense, as you guys can see, you know, right here looking behind me. So you have an 80 driving dunk. Some people have it at an 84 because they like having contact dunks. An 80 is just fine, trust me. And what makes this build so unique is the 91 3-point shot at 6'7", which allows you to get Hall of Fame Circus 3. As you guys can see right here, you get Hall of Fame Circus 3 with a 6'7" build. Then moving forward, obviously I didn't put no free throws because this is not the meta pro-am type of build. This is more so for the park, so I would recommend using this type of build for the park. You can use it for the rec and enjoy yourself in the rec with this build. So if you want to go ahead and add a free throw, that's completely up to you. And then the pass accuracy is an 85. You have an 88 ball handle, which allows you to get tight handles on Hall of Fame. Look at this, guys. You get tight handles on Hall of Fame with a 6'7" build, and we all know how overpowered tight handles has been this year. So let's go ahead and take a look at the defensive aspect of this build, which is extremely amazing. You can play on-ball defense with this build as well. So you have a 90 perimeter defense, you have an 87 steal, and you still have a 68 block with a 74 defensive rebound. Then you have, for the physicals, you have an 88 speed, 86 acceleration. You have no strength, but you have a 75 vertical, which allows you to rebound better and dunk the ball a little bit better. And then finally, you have a 92 stamina. So this build has been extremely dominant. I've seen a lot of stage players and even park players use this build. I haven't really seen it much in the rec as one of the dominant builds, unless you're playing a 5-out type of structure offense, which hasn't really been the meta this year, but some people still go ahead and play it, which is completely fine. It's completely up to you, whichever way you want to play, you know, the video game. So let's go ahead and move on to the next build. All right, so last on my list, I have the 6'9" beast. Look at the stats on this player. We're gonna go over it. Just take a look at it. You have an 80 driving dunk. So before we actually officially get into the stats, actually I should mention that this build right here is used for the park, is used for the stage. I've seen it a lot in the stage, and is used a lot in the pro-am and rec. This build is so important because at least in the pro-am, because it plays the PNR, so meaning the pick and roll with the lockdown defender, and is with the defensive stats on this build, you can greatly rebound the ball and play perimeter defense with this build. So let's take a look at it. You have a 80 driving dunk, 80 mid-range shot. This allows you to get sniper on Hall of Fame. 77 3-point shot. I know you guys are thinking like that's not that high, but you have to sacrifice something for the great defense this build has, and this build can still consistently shoot from the corner. So this build is still pretty good with the shooting. Then you have an 86 free throw, so you can hit your free throw consistently. You want to have an 85 pass accuracy, 4 bullet pass on goal. Trust me, you need that on goal, guys. And I know you guys are thinking like, ball handle, why do you need a ball handle at a 75? Well, it's extremely important to have glue hands on Hall of Fame with this build, and also to have unpluckable at least on silver, because we all know how the flukies work in this game, right? So let's move over to the most highlighted important stats of this build, which is the defensive stats. Look at the defensive stats with this build, but greatly and most importantly, look at the defensive rebounding. You have a 99 defensive rebound with a 6'9" build. You cannot do this with a regular 6'9". The build has to be glitched out, guys. By the way, I don't have this build on my channel, so if you guys want me to make this build for you guys on the channel, make sure you drop a comment down below and let me know. All right, so let's move over to the physicals. Look at this. You get a 74 speed, 71 acceleration, 67 strength, and you still get an 85 vert that goes along with this 99 rebound, guys. Oh my god, this build is OP. I'm telling y'all, man. Look, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. Make sure you guys drop a comment down below and let me know what build have you guys used, you know, in NBA 2K22 as we're approaching 2K23. All right, so it's your boy New York Minute, and I'm out. Peace.